Good afternoon, everyone. I am Francine Tunyakaw, and I will be discussing the original document rule under Rule 130. I divided my topic into three parts, which are the general rule and application, meaning of original, and excuses for non-production or the exemptions. First, let's discuss the general rule and application. How to apply the rule? The original document rule is triggered only when the subject of inquiry is the contents of a document. So the rules applies only if ang issue daw is about the contents of the document. When we say contents, it is the specific informations or words written or recorded inside sa isa ka document. If kana ang iyang issue, yes, the original document is needed. The illustrative applications. So the rules applies to document evidence, which consists of writings, recordings, and photographs. So I will give you a scenario para mas madali siya masabtan. So si A sold a car to B. So mao to, they both sign a contract niya, nakastated to sa kontrakta ang price, ang payment terms, ug ang delivery date. And later on, moto nagka-problema na, yang ana si B, nga si A daw, did not deliver the car as agreed. Moto, si A presents a photocopy of the contract to prove that the sale took place. So, unsa may application ana niya sa original document rule? The court examines the case and ana siya since ang content man sa kontrakta ang main issue, which is ang signatures, ang dates, ang terms, the original contract must be presented. Ang photocopy o ang scanned copy is not enough because it might not accurately show the signatures, alterations, or authenticity of the document. That's why mag-need jud ta og original contract kay ang content naman ang gihisgutan. So let's go to the second part of my topic, which is the meaning of original. So unsa man ang general definition sa original? So is the document itself or any counterpart intended to have the same effect by the person executing it. So kani atong gikuptan na papel, kani sila kanang may nakasuwat, signatures, or whatsoever, na siya ang original documents. Sorry. So, sa electronic evidence, kung saan ta makaingon nga original na siya. So, for the data stored in a computer or similar device, any printout or output readable by sight that is shown to reflect the data accurately is considered an original. Let's say, for example, kanang email. Di ba karon uso naman na ang kanang sendan ra ka sa email o result. For example, kana sa laboratory. Pwede naman na siya masendan ka sa result sa kuan imong lab through email. So, send na siya nimo sa Gmail nimo. Kung imo na siyang i-print, kanang hard copy niya, considered na siya o original. Facsimiles and duplicates. A duplicate is a counterpart produced by the same impression as the original or from the same matrix or by mechanical or electronic re-recording. When we say duplicate, copy ni siya sa original or photocopy from original documents. So, are duplicates admissible? Yes, generally it is admissible, and also it is treated the same as the original, but there is an exemption. First, if there is a question on authenticity, and second, it would be unfair to admit the duplicate. For example, the copy is blurry or missing pages. Ano siya ang exemption sa duplicates. So let's go sa third topic, or the third part of my topic, the excuses for non-production or the exemptions. Under Rule 130, Section 3, the original is not required, and secondary evidence like copies or testimonies may be used if, number 1, loss or destruction. The original is lost or destroyed or cannot be produced in court without bad faith on the part of the affarer. So when we say bad faith, it is dishonesty. Second one, adverse party custody. So when we say adverse party, na siya sa opposing side, or let's say sa imong kontra kuno. The original is in the custody or under the control of the party against whom the evidence is offered, and they failed to produce it after reasonable notice. Third, the numerous accounts. So the original consists of numerous accounts of documents that cannot be examined in court without great loss of time, and the fact to be proved is the only general result of the whole. So for example, sa bank accounts, record nimo di ba daghan man ka ana, taas kay na siya, daghan, very daghan. So of course, si court dili jud na niya basahon tanan, kay it would take time and kalas na kaayo. So pwede na siya summary or chart sa record sa bank accounts. The fourth one is public record. The original is a public record in the custody of a public officer or is recorded in a public office. And the last one is collateral issue. When the document is not closely related to a controlling issue in the case, it is only collaterally in issue. For example, it is a murder case ni siya. Si A was accused of murdering B. So, during sa investigation, the police found a note written by B para kang A, saying, I owe you money, please meet me tonight. Mo na ang nakasulat sa note. So during sa trial, the prosecution used the note to show that si B met A voluntarily. So sa kaniya case, ang main issue niya is whether si A actually committed the murder. So, ang katong note is collateral in issue because it only explains why B was at the meeting or sa scene. So, the court does not need the note itself to decide if si A killed B. Kay katong note, ano to siya, serve as supporting evidence kumbaga. Kay dili man siya kanang type of evidence or di siya ang main evidence nga maka-prove sa guilt ni A if siya ba jud ang commit sa murder. So that's it.